it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We got a great viewer question in, and that is, how do I get a covert narcissist to stop communicating with me? And this is very interesting because, again, here we have the target, the supply, the person who has been taken advantage of and manipulated, criticized, condemned, made to feel snubbed and as if they are inferior to this person or really not worth validating or being able to have importance or to be a central part in the relationship. Now this person is hovering her back. This person is trying to get her back in the relationship, and it's saying, they're reflecting on all the good times and they're remembering the good times, and they're saying, well, you had so much to give to me. We really enjoy your company. And it's all about their needs and not yours. It is very, 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 I'm going to keep saying very. It is very, 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 very important for you to attend to your needs in a relationship and to know what those are. And oftentimes that is why people have fallen into a dysfunctional relationship, because they aren't aware of what their human needs are in a relationship, what their self-actualization needs are, what their human needs, their fundamental needs, their basic human needs are in a relationship. They don't know that they need respect. Oftentimes people who enter into a relationship with a narcissist, they don't even know what respect feels like. They don't even know what love feels like. They don't even know what appreciation feels like. They don't even know what self-esteem feels like. They don't even know what personal security feels like. They are so used to living on trepidation, fear, a shaky ground, feeling that the pipes are going to burst, that this person is going to blow a gasket, that they're going to have a blow up in their face, that they're going to be emotionally screamed at, manipulated, doors slammed, being hit or emotionally hit through words, emotionally slapped through looks, that they don't even know what respect feels like in a relationship. They don't know what love feels like in a relationship. They don't know what security and self-esteem feels like in a relationship. So they are vulnerable to being attracted to and attracting these types of people who will subconsciously put them in a position where they are not validated, where they're constantly made to feel anxious, not good enough. It's validating that inner program. As I talk about in my previous videos, your self-esteem, your security, your personal values are like an operating system on a computer. And it's nice that we have this as an analogy because, as you might know, computers have an operating system. And an operating system is like its identity. It's what it does. It's where it takes you. It's how quick. That's really the operating system. And really, your subconscious and what you have been told by messages by these people is your operating system. And so oftentimes in relationship with a narcissist, you are programmed, you are conditioned to not feel validated in a relationship. You are programmed to feel less than. You are programmed to feel flawed. You are programmed to feel inadequate. You are programmed to feel unattractive. You are programmed to feel ugly. You are programmed to feel flawed, because if the narcissist can do this, then they have power over you. If you cannot pronounce and articulate and clearly know your needs and what you need in a relationship, then that person is going to have power over you. And it does not need to be like that. That is part of the problem and dysfunction in relationship with a narcissist, is that they have power over you in a number of different ways, in a number of different levels. And it all comes down to rooted to the base foundation of how you feel about yourself. And so you will begin to ask these questions like, how can I get them to stop? You're focusing on them rather than looking at yourself. And I know that this is deep stuff, and I know that this is what people go to therapy for, and this is what we're talking about on this video. So it's very important for you to understand that part of your human needs is to feel secure. It is to feel okay. It is to feel respected. It is to be acknowledged 100% on the congruence of your body, mind, and spirit, all connected. So if you are in a relationship with this wounding person who you are trying to get them to stop hovering, work on yourself. Every time you feel that email, have a mindset, it's time for me to work on myself. Peace and Harmony said, do for myself. Get security within myself. Get respect within myself. Get love within myself. And it's not just, love within myself. Get to feel that inner security so that, once you are able to have that, you will deflect the covert narcissist hover attempts, because remember, the hover attempts is all about their needs. And they're going to say, those words once again that draw you in. You were so wonderful. You made the best dinners. You made the best gifts. You gave me the best back scratches. You had the best ideas for trips. You did this and this. In other words, it's what you provided them. Turn it around and say, what do I need and deserve in this relationship? Go ahead and write down 10 to 20 to 30 things that you need in the relationship. And then go ahead and list those off, and go ahead and put a check mark next to the needs that you truly have that are coming from within you, and do not negate or tell yourself that these are superfluous or selfish or too much to ask, because oftentimes the need to be loved, the narcissist told you that you were spoiled. You were wrong for needing affection. In other words, if you really cared about me, you would clean the house. If you really cared about me, you would, do this and this. You would feel this and this. If you, again, it's part of the manipulation. So come back to your needs. Write out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Write out your needs in a relationship. And then in a second column next to it, put a check mark next to these areas where this relationship took care of your needs. Identify it clearly, and not according to not according to what they had told you should need, what you know you need, and what you deserve. Because until you can get very, very clear about this, you will not be able to manifest this and create this in your life, and know that you deserve it, and know that it exists. So even though, this is part of the quantum model of healing, is that even though you haven't had it before, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So that's part of the faith, that's part of the quantum healing, is being attuned to this, knowing this, and focusing on this so that you can draw this and bring this into your reality. And it's a process, and you have to work on it daily, and you have to know it consistently, and you have to know it in your heart, and you have to be clear and objective, and not feel selfish for wanting to be respected, not being selfish for wanting to be loved, not feeling selfish for wanting affection, not being selfish for wanting to feel secure, not feeling selfish for wanting peace and harmony, not feeling selfish for wanting abundance, not feeling selfish for wanting to live a joyous and prosperous life, not feeling selfish or that you're hurting somebody by being your authentic self, because that is usually the mind game that the covert narcissist will play, is that you're hurting me by being happy. You're hurting me by your needs. Your needs are hurting of me. In other words, it's because the covert narcissist cannot satisfy these that they make you feel negative, flawed for even wanting them. Because they are not able to have empathy and really mirror back to you and validate your needs, because they don't have that empathy, and because they don't have that humility, because they have this grandiose sense of self that they are more important than you, which is not true. That is not valid. That is their manipulation, and they will emanate that from all parts of their being. The narcissist will have you kind of feel this in the inner trenches of your being. So it's very important for you to attend to those needs, get out your list of 20 or 30, put a check mark next to the ones where they were really satisfied. And I think it'll be very informative for you to see that your needs were not attended to. Your needs were not validated. So it's important that now you get a sense of boundary and protection around your needs, begin to satisfy those for yourself. And furthermore, once you do that, you will then be able to attract new people who oftentimes are different, looking very different than the narcissist, feeling very different than the narcissist, and have different interests than the narcissist, and will resonate with you in a much different way than the narcissist. And guess what? That person will be able to remind you of who you are and give you the respect, love, affection, and validation that you have been craving all the while. But you have to identify it in order to manifest it. It's peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.